classes we'll see here tonight.
Today we start the evening off with 9,500-pound super stock tractors. But of course what the people have come to see here tonight are the hot rods. The 9,200-pound super modified multi-engine tractors. We've got 7 of the best in the country here tonight. It's going to be a great show.
More horsepower than you'll witness for any motorsport in the country. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the competition as we're ready to go with the Red Man TNT All-American Pulling Circuit.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on the starting line, the first tractor up. It'll be the Alice Chalmers machine coming our way. As we go into 9,500-pound super stocks, up number 1, David Valentine out of Dryden, Michigan, on the line right now. He'll be up number 1. All right, you Alice Chalmers people, here we go. Let's get it kicked off here right now tonight as we see Valentine ready to go rolling here with a part-time machine right now. Whoa, he's got water down on the track already. Already a hose let go on that super stocker already right there. Man, oh man, the water's flooding out of the front of that tractor. They cannot put any water down on the track. It makes that skid pan come up easier, and right away, the hose let go in the front of the tractor right there, and we got problems on the starting line with that Alice Chalmers.
The next tractor up is Hogan's Hero, the first international to test the sled. Most of the super stocks tonight are diesel. The National Farm Machinery Show has rigged up a special device to eliminate the smoke. All diesel tractors are hauled in on a special lift and backed into the sled, inserting the puller's exhaust into a tube that runs outside of the building. The puller never starts his tractor until his exhaust is in place, allowing diesel tractors to pull indoors without smoking up the arena. So here we go, Alfred Hogan driving Hogan's Hero, a 986 International diesel.
Tough luck there for the Alice Chalmers as we get ready to go over the next tractor on the line right now.
Hey, Butch.
First to the Internationals. Yes, sir, Dave.
You don't go into your local NAPA store and buy the parts for this tractor. Everything is home built, homemade.
Starting line, here we come. What's Hogan's Hero? Here he comes out of Wisconsin. Oh, yeah, you international people, look at him going. Here he comes on down the way. A nice round of applause. What a nice pull. Alfred Hogan, ladies and gentlemen, out of Broadhead, Wisconsin. And he set the pace right now with that 986 right there.
All right, the usual division that we have here tonight. Now, the farmers can relate to it because these international John Deeres and Alice Chalmers may look like a farm tractor. However, they are considered souped-up stock tractors. They'll take a 1066 Case International like this and put 3 and 4 turbochargers under the hood. They'll build about 250 pounds of manifold pressure or boost, and Boise Keys from Texas will build somewhere around 1,500 or 1,600 horsepower. This may be the most remarkable class here tonight. And a guy that's come a long way, Boise Keys from Texas. Watch that right hand come down. He builds the boost. There he goes.
Give him a nice round of applause, folks. Boise Keys out of McKinney, Texas, as he wastes no time moving right on down the way. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be awfully close, Dave Grimm, and it's a real nice run right there for Boise Keys and an International 1066 out of McKinney, Texas.
We'll be right back to more tractor and truck pulling here from Freedom Hall right after this message. To beating the international tractors as any other make, especially in the heavyweight classes. Old Faithful has been pulling for 20 years here at the National Farm Machinery Show Championship Tractor and Truck Pull, and he's running with BF Goodrich tires on the rear. Probably the most popular tire are the Firestones, but some of the drivers run with Goodrich.
All right, let's get ready to go now as we get ready to bring him on here. Benny McKinnon, Pleasant Hill, Illinois, the Old Faithful machine, the D21, taking it upstairs. So here we get ready to go. He hits it right on the market, and he's got her now. The boost is up, and we're on our way. Here comes Benny, the Old Faithful, moving on. Look at that D21. Look out here. He's still trying. Looky here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to have a new leader. On his 20th pull, ladies and gentlemen, he makes an excellent excellent run. And Dave Grimm, what'd you think about that run?
Butch, that was a perfect run right down the center of the track. The front end lifted about 2 feet off the track. He got the weight to the rear tires, and that was a beautiful pull. That's the way it's done in the textbooks. But, Benny, you've taken the lead. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you a lot.
All right, now you've pulled 20 years here at the National Farm Machinery Show, Pull. What changes have you seen take place in the last 20 years?
Well, the first track they had here wasn't too good or two, but since then they got this dirt, and it's a hard pulling track.
Hard pulling track. Sounds like an introduction to a song. Turning the power on. Bobby Bear says it just right.
Break of day, getting on down that old highway. Try to make Nashville for midnight.
Oh, yeah! It's a John Deere!
Grab a cup of coffee for the road. Big rig pulling a heavy load. Rolling on down, turning the power
Come on, you
on.
international people, look at him go!
Rolling on down, turning the power on.
Oh, and Harlan is on.
Engine reeled up and it's raring to go. Gotta get it right, can't be too slow. See the lightning, head on the road. We'll spin it wide and the crowds cry. Pulling to the right, gotta bring it back. Rolling on down, turning the power on. 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 Big motor burning up the track, chasing a dream, never holding back. Rolling on down, turning the power on. Rolling on down, turning the power on. Glide on down to the finish line. The man can hear those engines whine. The man with the flag is just ahead. Going strong, going all out. It'll be all right, there ain't no doubt. Rolling on down, turning the power on. 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 Big motor burning up the track, victory green, never holding back. Rolling on down, turning the power on.
Oh, it looks like 3 internationals out of here now. How about it, you IH fans? Let's hear it right now. Oh, yeah.
It's the pull-off in the Super Stock division. It'll be 1 Alice Chalmers, a John Deere, and 3 Case IHs. It'll be a dogfight to the finish. The pullers will move weight on the starting line. They may move some weight back and take some chances and run a little bit light on the front. It's going to be a great showdown. Here we go.
The pull-off includes Benny McKinnon's Old Faithful, Warren Ropp with Iron Elk, Mike Goodwin driving the Rattler, Neil Gettinger's Red International, and Bobby Bess's Turbo International, all competing for the prestigious 9,500 Super Stock class at the 20th Annual Championship Tractor Pull. We'll be right back with the 9,500 Super Stock Pull on the Redman TNT All-American Pulling. Tough break for Neil Gettinger. Mechanical problems taking him out of the pull-off. First up is Benny McKinnon and Old Faithful. Benny took his Alice Chalmers all the way in his first pull. Let's see if he can do it again.
Here comes Benny. Let's go, Benny. Put it to it right now. A good pull, ladies and gentlemen. Regardless of how it comes out, let's give Benny McKinnon a nice round of applause, folks. He's your new leader now, of course, in the pull-off.
Well, Benny McKinnon is the first puller here in the pull-off, and Benny, a good run of 190.74. Were you pretty happy with it?
It's okay. I got a little problem, I think, somewhere. I got on a little harder down in the hole, but I don't think I got problems, I think.
Well, Benny McKinnon takes the early lead here in the 9,500-pound super stock pull-off. Back to you, Butch.
You John Deere people, let's stand up. All you John Deere people, I want you to stand up right now. Let him know how much you like him as he comes down the track. He needs better than 190.74 to go up number one. Kelowna, Iowa, it's Warren Ropp, and here we go.
Let's go. Show your colors, John Deere fans. Let's go. Green and yellow. Turn it on. Here we go. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good pull-off here tonight. The track has been great.
Oh, it's been outstanding. It's been fair pretty much for everybody. You just had to get it out of the hole and get hooked up.
Thanks for coming.
All right, here we come now. All right, you international people, let's see you people rise now. He needs better than 190.74. This man was second last year. He's looking for a number one spot this year here at Louisville, Kentucky. Here he comes, Mike Goodwin, out of Columbia, Tennessee. And here comes that rattler. Look at him go. Come on, Mike, hang tight. Goodwin trying. No. It's still Alice Chalmers, ladies and gentlemen.
Mike Goodwin making a great run. It looked like if you could have kept the track a little straighter, you might have had a winning pull.
Yeah, well, we sort of debated about putting a little more weight up front for the pull-off, but we left her like it was. And
you've had good success here in Louisville before.
yes, this is my 6th year here, and we got second last year, and the year before that a 4th, so we're waiting for that number one.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Mike Goodwin. Back to you, Butch.
Fourth puller is Bobby Bass with his Turbo International. Bobby's a veteran here at the National Farm Machinery Show and would be mighty proud to take the Super Stock Trophy home.
Here's Bobby Bass now. The 20th year here at the Farm Show, the 20th pull, and your winner's going to be Benny McKinnon. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
Great run, and Benny, you've just got to, this has got to be tickle you to death, doesn't it?
Yes, it's been a long time since there, about 10 years since I won this thing, so I think I had one coming somewhere along the line.
One of the early pullers that ever came here to Louisville to the National Farm Machinery Show.
Yes, we've been here quite a few times.
It couldn't have been any better fitting inning to the National Farm Machinery Show Championship pull. Benny McKinnon, who has pulled here for 20 years in Louisville's Freedom Hall, wins it tonight in the 9,500-pound super stock class in a 5-way pull-off.
Next up, 9,200 Super Modified Dragster Tractor.
5 Arius Motors, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him as he goes. Last year's number one man on the starting line right now. You haven't heard nothing yet. These are the bad boys. The ones to watch right here.
Well, here we go now, ladies and gentlemen. Freedom Hall is going to be rocking and rolling as we get ready to the 9,200-pound super modified tractor class. They have brought in all of the 5- and 6-engine tractors from here in the Midwest, and this is going to be a real showdown. This has become one of the biggest classes in America, ladies and gentlemen, the modified dragster tractors. The 4-, 5-, 6-engine tractors with as much as 10,000 horsepower. So here we go, the nation's 7 best modified dragster tractors, and we're ready for the action to start.
Give a nice round of applause. Tim Engler right there. ladies and gentlemen, 217.73.
All right, Tim Engler, a great run as you came down the track. You're pretty satisfied with it?
Well, I carried the front end about a foot high off the ground. The track's a little bit greasy, and I don't know. It's either going to get better or the first round will probably be a real good spot to be, so we're just going to take a gamble and hope for the best.
All right, looked like you had a little trouble coming off the line.
Well, the track's pretty greasy. It just didn't want to hook up. We was just trying to backpedal the throttle and make it work, so we'll know here in a little while if we did the right thing.
Good luck in the final standing.
We thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dave Walsh, Boston, Wisconsin, the Irish Challenger. He's running those cars like they do on the dragsters on the NHRA circuit, and on the line, here he comes right now.
The Walsh boys out of Boston, Wisconsin are running 5 Aries engines. These engines will top out at about $30,000 apiece.
The full pull this class will be 220 feet. 220 for a full pull. Engler already at 217.73.
$207.32 feet for Dave Walsh. 13 feet short of a full pull. Looks like Dave had a hard time hooking up.
All right, Dave, it looked like you had a sort of a rocky road coming down the track. What happened?
I don't know. One of the tires are lifting up and going down, and the other one lift up, and soft is kind of wavy, too.
Tim Engler said that he had trouble hooking up on the line. Did you?
Yes, there ain't nothing down there. It's kind of slick down there.
Got it. Well, good luck in the final standing.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, Dave Walsh from Boston, Wisconsin. Back to you, Butch.
Here's one of your own boys right here from Wadesville, Indiana also. It'll be Mr. Fred Freeman. Now, Fred does not run the Aries motors. He runs Chevrolet. There are 5 Chevrolet motors on this tractor.
Chevrolet motors. Count them all, the horsepower you would think anybody needs. But next is Dave Banter with 6 Chevy engines.
He started a new trend last year, ladies and gentlemen, with a new way to do his cars on the rear. Especially building them just and having them made and shaving them just the way he wanted it for the bike. Freeman, no slouch here at all tonight. Here he comes. Fred Freeman, Wadesville, Indiana on the starting line, and here we come. Shut her off a little bit. We got a little liquid.
And here's the guy that knows how to get the power locked into the track. But Fred, everybody, and I'm sure you are too, is concerned about that number 2 engine. Any idea what might have happened?
No, Dave, I don't. Last night I checked it out and I had a cracked cylinder block, but I didn't think it was that bad, but evidently it was a lot worse than I thought it was.
Well, we saw some oil come out of there right at the end of your run. We saw some smoke and it looked like the engine laid down on you. Let's hope that it's not a broken engine, not real severe.
Thank you, Dave.
Fred Freeman, one of the best there, but he comes up a little short, and he may have a blown engine.
They wrote the book on modified tractor pulling. Banner blue right here. It's none other than the Banner brothers, ladies and gentlemen, and count them. 6 Chevrolet engines right there on that tractor. 3 in a row, 3 on each side. It's none other than Dave Banner, many-time national champion, ladies and gentlemen, as he gets ready to come to the starting line.
And he's got brand new engines for 1988. Now, he's only running 427 cubic inch engines. He's going up against these big Aries. Told me it looks like he'll run down the left-hand side. He says if he can get locked in, he can do it.
No, State, Banter is short. Mr. Chevy could only make it a little over 207 feet.
While we've got a break in the action here in Louisville, Kentucky, let's take a look now at the 1988 current standings on the Redman TNT All-American Pulling Circuit.
Chevy versus Ford test, right? We came up with one of our own.
Ready to go with Chevrolet Powered Machine. He's got 5 Chevrolets ready to go. The man from Island, Kentucky.
That's real short. Everybody's having a hard time getting off the line. Last puller is Bill Patterson. Not going to do it. Almost out of bounds and way short.
The winner now, ladies and gentlemen, number 1 here, the 9,200-pound modified Tim Engler. Congratulations, Tim.
Well, thank you very much. We're always tickled to come down here to Louisville and run in front of this great crowd. It's always just a thrill to come down here, so we're really tickled to come in here and make first place.
Well, his first pull proved to be the winner here tonight. The National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky, for ESPN and the Red
Mud racing to the uncontrollable horsepower of the monster trucks. It's the most powerful sport on earth. And it's back on the all-new Power Tracks, bringing you the best of the Redman TNT All-American Pulling Series. Sit back, buckle up, and get ready for the battle of the big guns.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the 1988 Indy Super Bowl. Super Bowl 15, America's most prestigious pulling event. A part of the Redman TNT All-American Pulling Series. We've got something new for you on this broadcast with 4-wheel drive trucks, the top 6 in the modified dragster tractors, and the top 6 in the super stock machines. I hope you enjoy the action, and let's go to it right now.
The first truck up on the line will be red hot with Gary Sellin at the wheel. This will be a test pull to determine if the sled is set properly for this class. Gary will have the option of declining this run and pulling again later. Gary is running 2 vehicles tonight. Let's see what he can do with red hot.
Red hot. Gary Sellin comes off the line. Now here's a very smooth puller out of Norfolk, Nebraska. Watch that power get to the track. He's got plenty of speed coming down the left-hand side. And you can see the truck just literally ran out of power at about the 220-foot mark. Gary Sellin, red hot, the number 1 puller from the state of Nebraska.
For this next run, we've got 3 bears on the track and a 4th in the stands. Go-Go's favorite 4x4 is coming up. 3 bears with young Scott Smith driving. Scott's only 16, but he's been driving for almost a year. His dad, Robert, built this good-looking Chevy rig, and it will be the first official hauler of the event. Gary Sellin chose not to take that first pull, so he'll run hot shot again in the 7th position.
Scott Smith is an 18-year-old puller from Winchester, Virginia, the northern part of the Shenandoah Valley. Of a full pull here this afternoon. The 3 Bears pulling team turning it on, running down the left-hand portion of the track. It's a great run for Scott Smith. You got to be pleased.
Oh, it was a nice run. The track was pretty good in the middle, and everything seemed to work real good. I hope we keep the same with the sled and don't change it around too much.
It was real smooth, and it looked like you went maybe just a little bit left of center.
Yeah, Gary in front of me ran a little bit to the left, and I ran just a little bit inside of him. And it was a pretty hard spot there, and they called a hold and went pretty good.
How does it feel to be pulling in front of this big audience here at the Indiana State Fair Coliseum?
Well, it's not a whole lot of difference. I've been doing it for about a year now, and at first it was a little scary, but now it's not that bad.
You don't get nervous?
Here and there I get a little bit nervous.
As the Johnson boys back to the line, Scott Johnson and his brother are in the oil drilling business in Perry, Oklahoma. And I would say by the looks of this truck that their oil well, or gusher, so to speak, has come in. The Johnson boys have been known to win many, many pulls all across the country. One of the toughest pullers west of the Mississippi. All right, here he comes. It's a smooth start. He leaps the line, bouncing a little bit. It starts to settle down. This could be a tough run to beat, but he's beginning to slow down just a little bit, and he's going to come up feet short of that end full pull line.
Willie Omps, the guy that's done it in the past, he can do it again. The Three Bears Chevy machine, Scott Smith setting number 1, but the Ford zeroing in.
All right, Willie Omps is just about ready to leave the line. The green flag is out, the green light is on, signifying that the red man sled is ready to roll. Here he comes. This is our first Ford of the afternoon, and he's looking strong so far. He shoots for the end. He'd love nothing more than a full pull with the enforcer. There's smoke coming out of that right bank of the engine. It's a good, solid run, but he comes up a little short. Not bad for Willie Omps with the enforcer out of Winchester, Virginia.
Gary Sellin with the Wildfire Ford will be next. And Dave, he's been having a good weekend so far this week. He'd like to make it number 2.
All right, Gary Sellin now. You can see he has positioned the sled over toward the right-hand side of the track. It looks like he's going to go down the right side. Let's see if it works for him here this afternoon at Super Bowl. The track may be a little bit better on the right. Lots of strategy used on the starting line. These pullers want to win this in the worst way. This is America's most prestigious event, and he's gone for the gold. Here he comes, Gary Sellin in the Ford.
A good second-place run for Gary Sellin and Wildfire. He'll be back later in Red Hot.
Gary Sellin at trackside, a good run of 224 feet. Now, you're going to have another vehicle coming back in this class with your Red Hot. What have you learned after this first run?
Well, I thought I'd try this side of the track and see what would happen, so I might go back. I don't know where I'm going to go this next time. I'm hoping I'm going to find a little bit better path.
Was there a better bite down the right-hand side?
Oh, it was pretty equal, the first one. We didn't get with it as hard as we should have on the first truck, and I wasn't really trying. I wanted to see how the track felt over there.
Good luck with Red Hot.
Thank you, Dave.
Gary Sellin out of Nebraska, one of the popular pullers here at Super Bowl.
228 feet the distance to beat as the scraper and roller make its final run on the track. Larry Frame will turn it loose.
All right, Larry Frame now out of Fredonia, New York, the western part of the Empire State. He'd love nothing more than to win the 1988 Indy Super Bowl. The green flag comes out, the green light is on the sled, signifying everything's ready to go. They want to make sure the engine's just right, the weight is just right. They'll put the hammer down. They won't waste much time coming off the line before they nail it. He's got plenty of power, over 600 cubic inches. Here he comes. That everybody is bunched up right down here at about the 225 to 228 foot mark. This is spectacular pulling here at Super Bowl.
We'll take a break with Scott Smith and Three Bears in the lead. More 4x4s when we return.
They always say, it's not what...
It makes, and then Glenn Davis.
All right, you can see now that Gary Sellin has positioned the sled on the left-hand side of the track. When he ran Wildfire, he ran down the right, so he's trying to go to the other side. The track is remaining consistent, but any edge that these drivers can figure out will help them win this Indy Super Bowl four-wheel drive truck class. Red hot, the Ford Ranger, Gary Sellin out of Norfolk, Nebraska. He leads the line. It looks good so far, but he's got some hops.
Good run for Gary Sellin, but you could tell he really got the hopping and jumping. And every time those wheels jumped in the air, he lost traction.
Here's Steve Olson with Showtime out of Farley, Iowa. This is an absolutely gorgeous truck, maybe one of the prettiest in the class, with a good-looking paint job. You can see all of those 100-pound weights hanging out in the front. As Gary Sellin said, weighting the truck is important this afternoon. Maybe weight is more important today than engine. However, this track is taking horsepower. It looks like he's going to go right down the center of the track. Let's see what he can do. He's got to beat 228 feet to take the lead.
Steve Olson comes up short.
The Mean Green, Glenn Davis.
The Mean Green pulling team out of Hollywood, Florida, and that's just what he is. Hollywood Glen. This is an absolutely gorgeous truck. He's always had this same green paint on his truck. Some like it, some don't, but I'll tell you one thing, this guy can power down the track. Watch this engine come to life now because the green flag comes out. He's got to be 228 feet to take the lead and possibly win the pole. He comes off the line very smooth. He drops the hammer and away he goes.
An excellent run for Glenn Davis and Mean Green, only 3 feet short of Three Bears lead.
Glenn Davis, sponsored by his dad, Herb Davis Plumbing. I got to ask you about that. Does Dad really help pay for the truck?
Yeah, he's home working right now to pay for it.
All right, back to you, Les.
Okay, Bajeski, the new Chevrolet pickup. He did run a Dodge pickup in previous years.
And Les, how you can see they pulled that engine right down. He flat ran out of power. He did not have enough power here this afternoon at Super Bowl to win it, and he comes up considerably short.
Next guy to hook and run will be the Nationwide machine of Jerry Weaver.
Well, here comes the Chevrolet, and you might have seen this truck the last couple of days here in the Indianapolis area, sponsored by Nationwide Auto Parts.
Let's see what Jerry Weaver can do with Nationwide. Nationwide is no threat to Three Bears lead.
And our winner is Scott Smith from Winchester, Virginia. And Scott, I've got to ask you right now, is this about the biggest thing you've ever won in your life?
Yeah, it'd have to be up top of wins in my category.
Are you really 16 years of age?
Yeah, I'm 16.
That's just old enough to drive.
Yeah, I got my license in February, and it's going to be 17 this February.
I tell you, very professional driver. He wins the 1988 four-wheel drive class here at the Indy Super Bowl. We'll be right back with the Dragster Tractors coming up next.
You've been to the auto show.
We go to the Big Bruce as we bring back the top 6 in this 9,200-pound class. We start things off with Mike Holden out of Marietta, Ohio. On this 230-foot course, they're going to need every ounce of horsepower they've got to power down. Here we go.
Holden's Big Allisons take him to 194.1 feet. He runs 4 of the 12-cylinder fighter plane engines, but the power wasn't there tonight.
Next guy to hook and run will be the Banter Brothers Fox. The Banter Brothers Fox machine. The Banter Brothers qualified both of their machines here for the 9,000-pound class. The Banter Brothers hold the title of more Indy Super Bowl wins than anyone else.
All right, here we go. Many consider him the #1 tractor puller in the world today. They've won so many championships, but he's hard-pressed going against guys like Tim Engler and Fred Freeman. Here we come now. David Banter in the bonus round of the 9,200-pound modified. He's running these big 6.4 54 Chevys. He's got cast-iron engines running against the aluminum block motors. How long he can run this way, nobody knows, but whatever it is, it's a winning combination.
1 feet for the Banter Brothers Fox. A good pull, but will it hold up? 4 of the top modifieds in the country have yet to run, and they're all determined to win it.
Tim Engler's Mission Impossible machine. Tim last year won 2 classes here at Super Bowl. Been having these problems getting it hooked to the track and getting it down there where he would like to have it this weekend.
All right, Tim Engler now backing up to the sled. Interesting storyline developing here at Super Bowl. He wants to win this awfully bad this afternoon. Evidently, his Mission Impossible out to beat the Banter Brothers. Tim Engler's 5 Aries engines that'll be replaced with Chevrolets later on as he builds a brand new tractor. Says he believes he can save $50,000 to $60,000 a year. A personal feud going or a professional feud, so to speak, going between the Banter brothers and Engler in 1987 as it goes into 88. They want to win it bad, each one of them. Banter feels that his run can compete. Let's see what Tim Engler can do. Tim Engler just put it on him bad. Tim Engler has just blown the doors off the Banter brothers.
There's a discussion going on among the officials about Tim Engler's run. He ran tight on the left side, and he may have gone out.
They have disqualified Tim Engler. He is visibly upset. The track official, Warren Powers, has said that he went out of bounds. And Tim Engler has been disqualified here this afternoon. I think we can say one thing on a positive note. He really had the power. He literally blew the doors off of everybody else this afternoon.
This is the team and the machine that wrote the book on modified tractors. The Banter brothers and Mr. Chevy. They are the winningest team in the history of the sport and last year's champions in the heavyweight division. The big Chevy machine is our new leader. Tim Engler's disqualification left the top wide open, and the Banter brothers took advantage. Two more teams are left. Here's Wayne Keefe in Sudden Thunder. Wayne finished last season in the top 20, and winning this Indy Super Bowl would be a big boost for his shot at the championship in '88. But he's up against the big guns tonight, and the pressure is on. Beating out the Banters here would mean as much to this young man as a national title. A disappointing run for Wayne Keefe. Let's go to Dave Grimm at trackside with Tim Engler.
A visibly upset Tim Engler from southwestern Indiana. And Tim, I appreciate you coming back from the pit area where you took your tractor after you made your run. We had received word that you'd been disqualified. Explain it to us in your own words what happened over there on the left-hand side of the track.
Well, I'll be honest, whenever you're vibrating in the seat of one of these tractors, it's pretty hard to see a little metal surveyor's flag standing there at the end of the track. Usually you have a white line like they have over there right now that they put down there since I went out of bounds. I just feel like that if there'd been a marker like there is right here on this side of the track, a guy'd know a little bit better where he's at. When you're going that kind of speed, it's kind of hard to see where you're at. But I got beat. I went out of bounds, I guess, so I'll take my lumps. I told the people last night we felt like we got a raw deal, and we came back today. We went far enough, but we went out of bounds, I guess.
The last team with a chance to take it away from the Banter brothers is Dave Walsh and the Irish Challenger. They'll have to better 216 feet to win it. Dave Walsh takes the win with 220.1 feet.
The winner, you can see it on the board, Dave Walsh, Mustin, Wisconsin, wins the 9,000-pound modified bonus round.
Dave Walsh here, not the most happy guy here today, even though you won the bonus round here in the 9 modified. A lot of oil behind us here on the track. What happened?
Rod broke in the first left motor. The rod came out the side.
Front left motor, rod breaks and pretty much destroys the engine?
Yeah, well, you can weld out the block, but a lot of stuff is ruined inside.
Can we look for the Walsh boys to be tough on the Red Man TNT All-American Series this year?
Oh, yeah, we'll be there.
Well, they'll be there. They're not going to let a broken engine keep them out of the competition further on this season. We'll be right back with the Super Stockers coming up next.
You've seen those Chevy versus Ford tests, right? We came up with one of our own. Half-ton 4x4s, best available tires, driven at the same identical speed right through this 18-inch deep ditch. Now, this is a real control test, so don't you try it because you'll damage your truck. That's the Chevy with torsion bar suspension, and that's the Ford with twin traction beam suspension. And you can see why we've had a change of heart and pickup.
Issues like health, long-term care, and financial security.
I like the fact that I could save
Super Bowl. And now we go to the 9,500-pound super stock bonus round. This will be exciting. The top 6 in the 9,500-pound class here at Super Bowl coming back for a little bit of additional excitement and money. Here we go.
Sun's waking up at the break of day, getting on down that old highway, try to make Nashville for midnight. Grab a cup of coffee for the road, big rig pulling a heavy load, rolling on down, turning the power on. Rolling on down, turning the power on. Engine reeled up and raring to go.
I'll tell you, you got a smile on your face. I think you're still pretty happy with the pull.
Oh, I had a real good run going. I think I may have got back in Danny's ruts right at the end here. Just enough to slow it up.
Crowds cry, pulling to the right, gotta bring it back. Rolling on down, turning the power on. Rolling on down, turning the power on. Rolling on down, turning the power on.
A great run for Neil Gettinger here at trackside. That'll put you in 4th place. So close to making a full pull. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Turning the power on. Rolling on down, turning the power on. Glide on down to the finish line. Man, can you hear those engines whine? The man with the flag is just ahead. Going strong, going all out. It'll be all right, there ain't no doubt. Rolling on down, turning the power on.
There it is, full pull for Danny Dean the Rooster.
Turning the power on.
John Klug needs a full pull. He's going to mix it up with Danny Dean. Here's the bonus run. Here we go.
Turning the power on. Big motor burning up the track. Victory green, never holding back. We're rolling on down, turning the power on. We're rolling on down, turning the power on.
It's going to be a little short left by probably 1.5 to 2 feet.
Okay, that'll put Danny Dean, the winner of the 9,000-pound super stock bonus run.
At trackside, our winner of the 9,500-pound bonus round, Danny Dean in the super stock division. Danny, I tell you, this has got to be a big win for you.
It sure is. I'm pretty happy about this one.
Well, you've won other super pulls before, but I think this has a special meaning. What happened out there? I know your tractor was a little crippled.
Well, I won on Friday night. Last night I was last.
Well, I tell you, he is happy inside. He may not show a lot of emotion, but he's tickled to death. We say congratulations. There's the beautiful belt buckle that he wins. A happy guy, Danny Dean. Pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 1988 Indy Super Bowl, the world's richest purse and America's most prestigious event. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Grimm, and welcome to this tremendous show from the Indiana State Fair Coliseum. Working with me this year on the broadcast, Les Houck, veteran tractor and truck pull announcer. And Les, what do we look for at this year's Super Bowl?
David, every year at Super Bowl, part of the Red Man TNT All-American Series, we'll see the best in sleds, the best in tractors, the best in competitors, just the best of everything.
That's what makes it so super. We'll be back with the first class in just a moment.
Here we go, Wayne Rausch out of Dublin, Ohio. Wayne competing with 2 vehicles in this class, as many of the competitors do. Chevy fans, get ready. Ford won the first 2-wheel drive truck class, and the Chevy say they're going to get it even this time around. Wayne Rausch, Dublin, Ohio, 1923 Ford Model T, 540 cubic inches of Keefe black Hemi under the hood. First guy down the track will be Test Puller. After he makes his run, the officials will tell us whether they're satisfied with the sled setting. If they are, we will continue to run. Oh, great run for Wayne Rausch. Let's hear it for him.
Les, Wayne Rausch is down here at trackside. We just received word you're going to drop 6 positions. Why? That looked like an awfully good run.
Well, it pulled the motor down. I think it's really taking a lot of power. Maybe we'll drop it down a gear and see if we can do it a little better.
Good luck when you come back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wayne Rausch, Dublin, Ohio. He'll be back 6 positions later.
This wild red Chevy C-Cab belongs to Indiana's own Jim Brockman. Jim is definitely the hometown favorite here in Indianapolis. The fans would love to see him take the Super Pull crown.
Jim Brockman.
A fantastic full pull for Jim Brockman, putting the pressure on in Indianapolis. The rest of the pullers will have to match his run to stay alive in the Super Pull. The next vehicle on the line is another classic Chevy rig, driven by another local puller. It's Floyd's Toy, a 52 Chevy panel truck with Ed Hilton at the
Lights
wheel.
are on the sled. Cheer him on, Chevy fans. He has to make a full pull to stay in the competition. Great run by Ed Hilton. Great run by Ed Hilton. Right now, out of Napoleon, Ohio, Tom Arps, 1974. Chevy stepside. Needs a full pull to stay in the competition. 1974 Chevy. Where's our Chevy fans? Let him hear it, Chevy fans. 540 cubic inches of Chevy power. Oh, great run for Tom Arps.
Tom Arps, you made a good run. Good for number 2 here at Super Pull. It looked like the nose got a little light there at the end of your run. What happened?
I just didn't get enough weight on the front again.
Is this track taking a lot of power?
A lot of power.
How many cubic inches in your engine?
540.
540. What would you like to have?
640.
640. He needs another 100 cubes to make a full pull. But still a good run. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dave.
Ed Hilton, Winamac, Indiana, 1981 Dodge funny car Arius body, powered by 558 cubic inches of Arius engine. He's one of the guys that can challenge Jim Brockman for that number 1 position. And it's going to be interesting to find out if the track will make any changes or whether the track will stay as is. They've already competed with 6 classes of competition so far this weekend. Great run by Floyd Hilton. Great showing here for the Dodge machine. Let's hear it for him. Floyd Hilton, the Dodge machine, number 2.
I'll tell you, Les Alk, here's a happy guy. That was just a spectacular run that you made, Floyd. Describe it for us. Just super smooth all the way. A lot of horsepower.
Yeah, it was awful smooth. I need a little bit more weight up on the front. You know, I got a little bit high, but we're satisfied with that run. We're happy.
Is that about the best pull you've ever made at Super Pull?
Yeah, that is the best that I've ever made.
Super smooth and powerful for Floyd Hilton out of Hilton, Indiana.
Next, Wayne Rausch will give it another shot in his Model T. Stay tuned for more super action.
Backing into hook to the sled. He's ready to make his run. Redman, America's best chew.
Wayne Rausch, the pulling professor from Dublin, Ohio. He chose to pull again, rejecting his first run, and it has proved to be a wise move. He'll have to take it out of here to stay alive in the Super Pull.
Competitors from across the country are here tonight. Here he goes, Wayne Rausch.
Wayne Rausch coming down the track. He's going right on the for Wayne Rausch from Dublin, Ohio, turning it on. Unbelievable power. Well, let's out. Here's a happy guy. He came up short the first time he pulled as the #1 puller in the class, and he dropped 6 positions. This time he came back and made a full pull, and we now have a tie for the lead. He knew what he was doing. Congratulations, Wayne.
Thank you, Dave. That's always a real tough decision to make. You hate to turn down the first pull.
Do you think the track is drying out a little bit and the track is getting better?
I just think the track's better than it was Friday night. I think it's taking more power.
Well, right now we've got a 2-way pull-off coming up. You're going to enjoy that one because Brockman is one of your fierce competitors.
Brockman's an awful good competitor. There are about 6 or 8 guys back there that can also get it out.
Good luck in the pull-off.
Thank you.
Wayne Rausch from Dublin, Ohio. The Florida Cracker is a Ford AEROSTAR 1987 vintage. Chris Holdorf out of Winter Park, Florida, backing up to the sled. He's running a 604 cubic inch Ford engine. Chris Holdorf, one of the toughest competitors in this class, certainly wants to make a full pull. He hates to lose. This 604 cubic inch Ford engine will generate somewhere around 1,800 horsepower. He'll burn about 10 gallons of alcohol on this run.
Chris Holdorf, the Florida Cracker.
Florida Cracker AEROSTAR. Full pull. This is going to be an historic super pull shootout.
Les, Chris Holdorf is a very busy guy here tonight at Indy Super Bowl because he's pulling back-to-back. He's got his Ford AEROSTAR van, but he's also got a Ford Taurus station wagon. Unbelievable, and the folks here at Super Bowl love it. Let's see what he can do.
Ford fans, you think he can get the second one out the end? Yes, huh? Ford all the way. Out the end. Find out.
All right, Les, here we go now. Running back-to-back. He's already made one full pull. Here he goes. He had to struggle a little bit, Les. He had to struggle. The last 10 feet came pretty hard for him. A lot is at stake of these truck pullers here tonight, and Chris Holdorf now, you're having one of your best Indy Super pulls ever, making back-to-back full pulls. What are your feelings right now as you take that helmet off here at Super Pull?
That's the name of the game, full pull up here. If you can't do it, you can't play.
All right, how important is it to you for you to win personally Super Pull?
It's very important for me personally to beat Jim Brockman. The rest of it, I've already won it once.
Well, congratulations. We've got a 4-way pull-off, and you've got half the vehicles in the pull-off. This is going to be a dandy, and congratulations and good luck.
Thanks, big guy.
All right, Chris Holdorf, boy, he's a heavy hitter here.
Out of Warrenton, Georgia, he calls it the Bad Dog. The 1968 Ford, a 1968 Ford powered by a 565 cubic inch Arius engine. Ford fans, you already have 2 of them out the end. Mike Stowe could make it number 3.
Well, Les, this is a very interesting truck. A year ago, they had a Chevrolet engine. They were 100 horsepower. But now the Stowe boys out of Georgia have gone up to that big Aries $30,000 West Coast motor. They've got plenty of horsepower to compete with Holdorf and Brockman and Rausch. Let's see if they've got enough here tonight.
The Bad Dog from Georgia scores a full pull and a chance to scrap in the big dog fight coming up in the pull-off.
All right, Chevy fans, get ready. The Midnight Express, Ken Lamont. He must make a full pull if he wants to stay in the competition.
Les, here's a guy that finished number 3 in the TNT Redman All-American Pulling Series. Here again, running one of those 575 cubic inch Aries engines. The big aluminum block motors seem to be dominating this 2-wheel drive class. Kenny Lamont out of Crossville, Illinois, is on his way.
in Lamont, close enough to get it out the end. Chevy machines now have 2 in the pull-off. Dave, great run by Ken Lamont, the Midnight Express.
What was going through your mind as you got close to the end of the track?
Well, if you don't know the truth about it, I think I got clutch problems. It didn't act right coming off the line. It acted like I had quite a bit of clutch slippage. But I'll come back and try.
You don't care about the clutch slippage as long as you're in the pull-off with this kind of a prestigious field.
Oh, no, but that's what a lot of the hop was you were seeing, was the clutches trying to let go. But I'll try and solve it. I won't have time to take it apart and look at it, but I'll just do what I can.
He'll do what he can in fine fashion here at Super Pull 88. Good luck.
Thanks, Dave.
Next, 6 of the toughest teams in two-wheel drive pulling will battle it out for the Super Pull Championship. Ken Lamont has been working frantically to get his clutch in shape, but time is running out. The sled is reweighted and the pull-off is about to get underway. All 6 pullers finished in the top 15 in '87. Winning the Super Pull tonight would mean as much to any one of them as a season championship. Jim Brockman and his Chevy C-Cab will be the first up in this battle of the big guns.
The fans are coming alive here at Indianapolis as he backs up this 1908 Chevrolet C-Cab with a big Aries engine. Aries seem to have really taken this class by storm. Plenty of horsepower, plenty of cubic inches. Don't let the body fool you. There's a lot of horsepower under the hood. A homemade body. Jim Brockman out of New Haven, Indiana, up near Fort Wayne. The fans here in Indiana are ready to cheer him on.
Whoa, fire underneath the hood as he came down the track. Must have had a leaking alcohol line. You see the flames coming out from underneath the right side of the hood as he made his run down the track. Wayne Rausch has been at this business for a long time. He's what you call one of the professionals in the two-wheel drive truck pulling competition. This is the newest truck. It's about 1.5 years old, the 1923 Model T Ford. Beautifully prepared Model T Ford, powered by the big block 541 cubic inch Keefe Black Hemi.
All right, Wayne Rausch gets the green flag as he comes straight down the track. He's heading pretty good start. All right, Les Houck, it looks like we may have a new leader. We're watching the Red Man All-American Pulling Series pile on, and they are going to move it now by about 3 feet. All right, Les, Wayne Rausch now has taken the lead by a couple of feet over Jim Brockman. How did the run feel, Wayne?
Felt pretty good. It won't be the winning one, but at least we tried.
Next up, the Florida Cracker, the man Chevy fans love to hate. He scored 2 spectacular full pulls to get both his AEROSTAR van and the TAURUS wagon into the pull-off. This is the kind of hot dog competition that Holdorf loves. He'd like nothing better than to steal the show and